Hello students, today I am going to explain you the topic of lesson number 9, that is tropics zone. Children, you can see picture on page number 53, tropics zones. Tropic zones, let me explain you. From the given figure 9.10, it becomes clear that Earth is divided in different parts on the basis of difference in temperature, light, heat, and cold. These parts are called zones. Regions receiving more or less heat, light have been divided as follows. Now you can see zones: torrid zone, tropical zone. This zone has excessive heat. Next zone is temperate zone, moderate heat, cold. And next is frigid zone, polar zone, excessive cold. Types of motion of the Earth. Like other planets, there are two types of motions of Earth also. Number one, rotation. As the top rotates on its axis, in the same way, Earth also rotates on its axis from west to east direction. This circular motion of Earth is called daily motion. It is also called rotation. The Earth completes a cycle of 1670 kilometers per hour on equator. It takes 24 hours to complete this cycle. This speed has played an important role in shaping the Earth's orange shape. Next is revolution. The Earth revolves around the Sun as it rotates on its axis. It takes about 365 days for the Earth to complete its revolution. We call this period as a year. An imaginary way to Earth's rotation around the Sun in the space has been determined, which is known as orbit. Along with this, the Earth do not move in circular path, rather it moves in elliptical orbit. Distance between Sun and Earth is not same throughout the year. The Earth rotates on its axis by making an angle of 23.5 degree on its axis and 66.5 degree along its orbit. Due to this movement of Earth, the seasons occur and day and night are extended and shortened. Next is day and night. Due to daily motion of the Earth, day and night occur. As the Earth is tilted and rotates on its own axis, the Sun shines only on half of it and the other half is dark. If Earth would not have rotated, then on one side only light would have been there, while on the other side it would have remained dark. But it isn't so. Thus, every part of Earth experiences light from darkness and darkness from light in every 24 hours. Because of it, every part of Earth experiences morning, afternoon, and evening. As the Earth is tilted on its axis, we find difference in the length of day and night. Children, you can see the picture of day and night. Sun rays fall directly on tropics of Cancer on 21st June and on Tropic of Capricorn on 22nd December. Where the sun rays fall directly and in the adjacent area, the days are longer and the night are shorter. Where the sun rays fall diagonally, the days are short and nights are long. While days are and nights are of same length on 21st March and on 23rd September. Children, you can see the picture of long, short, day, night, northern hemisphere. Now children, one activity is for you. See figure 9.12 and write answer. What will be the length of day and night on 22nd December? And second question is, what is the specialty of March 21st and September 23rd? Now next topic is season. As the earth is tilted on its axis, one by one, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere come in front of sun. The rays of sun fall straight on north or south of equator. Thus, there is difference in day and night. In the area where sunshine is for longer time, they experience summer, whereas the area the sunshine is for shorter time, they experience winter. Season directly affects human life. Now again one activity is for you children. With the help of the globe, find out which season will be there in the following countries when it is summer in India. Number 1 America, number 2 Australia, third Sri Lanka, fourth England, fifth Bhutan and sixth Brazil. Next topic is Uttarayan. The direct rays of the sun begin to fall towards north of equator. Thus, northern solstice occurs on 22nd December. Sun enters Makar Rashi on 14th January. So, it is called Makar Sankranti. Dakshiniyan. From 22nd June, the direct rays of the sun shift from Tropic of Cancer towards south of equator. It is called Dakshiniyan. Then equinox. Sun and the equator intersect each other twice in a year. This intersection is called equinox. During equinox, sun moves towards northern hemisphere. So from 22nd March, length of days increase and night becomes short. On 22nd June, longest day and shortest night is experienced in northern hemisphere. As the sun moves towards southern hemisphere, from 24th September, length of the day start increasing and night becomes shorter. On 22nd December, days are longest and nights are shortest in southern hemisphere. During the year, on 21st March and 23rd September, sun rays fall straight on equator, because of which nights and days are equal. It is called equinox. Leap year. Since 1 year of earth is 365 days and 6 hours, but it is difficult to calculate 1/4 of the day. So we count year as having 365 days. In order to compensate, remaining 6 hours are added to the month of February every 4 years. That is, February has 29 days in place of 28 days. We call that year leap year. Next topic is eclipse. We get light from sun and moon. Sun is self-illuminated and shines brightly, while the moon is illuminated with the light of the sun. Illuminated part is seen on the earth on different days. An occasion when moon or the sun seems to be completely or partially disappearing because one of them is passing between the other and the earth. In such situation, it is eclipse. Now, solar eclipse. Moon is close to earth. It revolves around the earth. Sometimes, while revolving, it comes between sun and earth. At this time, as the shadow of the moon constrains, sun is not visible. This event is called solar eclipse. As the moon is very small as compared to sun, it cannot cover whole sun. Thus, solar eclipse cannot be seen all over the world together. Solar eclipse occur on no moon day, but this event doesn't take place on every no moon day. Children, you can see the picture solar eclipse. Next is lunar eclipse. Moon gets light from the sun. Thus, if the sun rays going towards moon are obstructed by the earth, then that part of moon remains dark. In nutshell, that much part of earth's shadow falls on moon. This part is not visible to us, which is called lunar eclipse. Such event occurs on full moon night, but such events do not take place on every full moon night. Children, you can see the picture of lunar eclipse. Now, children, I hope you have understood this chapter. Thank you.